because it starts to address it starts to address the elephant in the room, right? The things that we don't talk about, the things that we are afraid to engage with in life. You start to really reflect on that and get to see like what it is that you're really going through. Is it just the weight or is it something else going on? You know, those are the types of things that starts to arise, at least for me, was trying to decide, is this about the weight loss or is this about me feeling a certain type of way because I haven't addressed things I need to address with for myself. And so I did a lot of like while I've been on this weight loss journey, I did a lot of like self reflections and like speaking to myself regarding like those inner fears that I felt, right? As the weight started to drop, but I didn't change my clothes. I wanted to still wear bigger clothes, right? Why is that? Like, and was I really ready for the weight to be gone mentally? Or even though I want it to be gone, right? Physically, I want to feel better. I want to be more healthier, but am I ready for that part of my life to really happen? And as we say things, it says like be a doer of your word, right? So like as we say stuff, we expect things, but when you're not following through and being a doer of whatever that is, then what happens? It kind of like falls off a little bit. It When I say that, I mean like when you're thinking about like, okay, you'll say, let's just use something simple and not think about weight for a second. Like if you say, hey, I want to learn how to drive a car, right? You get a car, right? You know that you want to learn how to drive, but you never took the necessary steps to address where do I put the key in? How do I start the car? Okay, do I take a left right here? Do I turn here? You don't even know the rules of the road, but you know that you want to this is what you want to do. That's where a lot of people start off at. And that's what it starts off kind of when we get on these medications. It's like we are stepping into a car, at least for me, and I didn't know which way I was driving. I didn't know which way I was going. I was lost. I was confused. I didn't know. I was just going off, okay, I got to take this because this is what the doctor said to me. I was not have no expectations. And then I start to hit all of these like these bumps in the road where this is happening. Okay, so now I got to address this issue. Now this is happening. Now I got to address this other issue. And so, there's so many things that has to be addressed. And some people, like, you might decide to take it out on, like, you might decide to take it out on yourself. You might decide to take it out on your family unknowingly, not knowing that you're doing these things, but you're doing them. You're actually, like, causing more pain onto yourself if you're not addressing the issue. So until you learn these concepts, and for one, it would be, for one, like, accepting the things that you cannot change, right? So you cannot change who you are. You cannot change the fact that your body got to X amount of weight, right? You can't change that. But the new version of who you're trying to become, the new version of what's in front of you, you can make every step forward to make it a better implementation on who you are. And now you start to drive the car, right? You got to start to wheel the car. Don't allow this medication to gear you in multiple different directions. And I say that because sometimes we do that because we're looking at others, or because somebody says this or somebody says that. It doesn't matter what anybody says. You need to get in the car. You need to study. You need to figure this out, and you need to make sure that you're doing the best thing for you, not for anybody else, but for you. Okay?